Hi fam! So this week we are done with 20 weeks, which means we are halfway there. It's a little scary because I'm not ready to be halfway there, but I'm also ready to be halfway there. It feels like it's been a really long time of being pregnant, but also feels like it's been the shortest time ever and I'm not ready. So let's get the elephant out of the room. Why hasn't there been any videos for the last 2 weeks? There's not a week 18 or a week 19 video, and this is week 20, so what happened? There was a lot of stuff going on the last 2 weeks. I got into a rear-end car accident where I was stopped at a light and a gentleman who was not very gentlemanly rear-ended me. I'm fine, baby's fine, my car is okay, but it was just a lot to deal with, and it's been a lot to deal with, and I'm still going through the process of dealing with it, so that's fun. And then Jeff and I went to our doctor's appointment and found out that our doctor is moving to Oregon. Actually, by the time this video is up, she has moved to Oregon. She was moving on like October 31st or something, whatever. Anyways, but she like randomly told us a week before she was moving, like, hey, I can't be your doctor anymore because I'm moving to Oregon. So that was just a really stressful time. She has another doctor in the same office or practice that she was a part of, so that doctor will start taking over our pregnancy, and we'll see if we like that doctor or if we want a different doctor or what we're gonna do. But that's just another thing that's just been like happening, and we're not really sure what we're gonna do at this point. So I don't know, it's just been a lot. The last 2 weeks have been a lot. So that's why there hasn't been any videos lately. And it's not just those two things, there's been a lot of other things, but they're really small and insignificant and I can't really remember them, but it just felt like mud the last few weeks. Like, I don't know. It just hasn't been conducive to filming. Anyways, okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. Symptoms. Allergies are back this week. It has been horrible. I don't know why I have allergies. I usually don't have very many allergies, but like my eyes and my nose are just itching constantly. So that's always fun. I have aches and pains in my joints, not necessarily round ligament pain or aches in my belly anymore, but all of my joints. So I'll be driving to work, and when I get to work, I will get out of the car and my back will crack. Pop, 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 pop. And like if I lift my arm, it will be like crack. And then like my hip will crack. And so I'm just having a lot of joint pain and joint aches, I guess it would be. Acne has come back. So fun. I was really excited that the first trimester was over and acne would be gone, but acne is back. It's really fun. And it's not necessarily on my face, even though I am breaking out a little bit on my face. It's mostly on my chest and back. Great. Super great. It's great. Okay, hair growth is another thing that I have been witnessing lately. My hair is growing really, really fast. And that's great, like, ooh, glamorous, like having really thick and long hair. But no one tells you that your hair is growing everywhere. So my eyebrows are unruly all the time. I have to cut them all the time. And I got my first whisker. It just poking out right here on my chin. And it comes back every 3 days because your hair is growing really fast at this point. And so it's my first whisker. I don't like it. I wish it would stop. Like, why can't we just grow hair from the top of my head and that's it? Why does it have to be everywhere else? So I'm hoping my whisker friend goes away after this pregnancy and that I don't continue to have that friend. I really don't want that friend anymore. I want to break up that relationship. Okay, tired. Like, that has been the constant of some trimester 2. It has been tiredness. And I don't, like, I'm waiting for somebody to tell me when the glamorous part of pregnancy is, because before I got pregnant, people were like, I miss being pregnant. It was the best time. And oh my gosh, it's so great and you're glowing and blah, blah, blah. No, when is that? I haven't gotten there yet. Everyone's like, oh, maybe the second try. No, this isn't glamorous at all. I'm tired all the time. I can't seem to be not tired. When I do get bursts of energy, it's only for like 10 to 15 minutes and then I'm more exhausted afterward. So, tiredness, great. I also have had heartburn lately, and it's always at night, right between eating. We'll eat and then we'll stay up for about another hour and a half or so, and once we go to bed, and I am having trouble between the eating at night and then going to bed. I always wake up in the middle of the night with heartburn. Tums are constant for me now, which is good, I guess, because it means that baby is growing a lot of hair. And I kind of figured, because Jeff and I are pretty hairy with my whisker friend, but it's not fun. Heartburn is very uncomfortable, especially at night when you're trying to sleep and you have to lay down and it's making it worse. Anyways, so then I've also, a new symptom that has been coming up lately is hand and feet swelling. So in the morning I'll wake up and my hands and my feet are really swollen and they're slightly painful, and I just think that's because there's more blood in my body and your extremities pool that blood for when you're not really moving them and walking around. So every morning now I wake up with really swollen feet and hands. So I've had to go to these like jelly band ring things because my ring no longer fits all the time. But these definitely stretch and do. And sometimes I can't even wear these because it hurts my skin. And I think that's because of the psoriasis, which has taken a hiatus for most of my pregnancy, which was really, really great. But second trimester, I'm starting to get symptoms of my psoriasis again. And I don't know if my body's just like, oh, okay, we got this pregnancy thing down now, let's start psoriasis again. So the hand swelling and feet swelling might be the psoriasis, or it might be the pregnancy. Haven't really figured out which one of that is. I've already talked about allergies. Okay, and then the next symptom is mood swings. I think I am base level most of the time, but Jeff definitely would disagree and say that he can't wait for this to be over. But he's being a trooper and it's great. But apparently my emotions are all over the place and it's hard to tell where they're gonna be. So great pregnancy symptom, Jeff would agree. And then the biggest one that has been new for the second trimester, or the last like 3 weeks, is I am always hungry and I can eat large portions of food now. Although when I do eat large portions, I get the heartburn quicker, but I'm always hungry. Like every 2 hours, it's like, oh, hungry again. What are we eating? And like, I'll be eating and I'll say like, oh, it's breakfast. What are we having for lunch? We should really consider what we're having for lunch. And we're still eating breakfast. So being hungry is a big thing. I don't think I've gained too much weight. All of my clothes are still fitting pretty well. My stomach feels a lot bigger, so maybe that'll grow. We'll see in the measurements part. Cravings. Other than really missing coffee, I don't have any craving. I really, really miss caffeine. So I guess that's my craving. I really want coffee, a warm drink that's coffee. I really miss being able to go to like restaurants and getting Diet Coke. Now I need everything caffeine free. So Arnold Palmer's have become my go-to for any restaurant we go to. But I just really miss caffeine. I don't have any other cravings. I'm not craving meat, I'm not craving cheese. Like, they're great and I'll still eat them, but I'm not really craving them anymore. I just want my caffeine. Okay, so let's go on to best moments. And the best moments of the last 3 weeks was yesterday. I felt baby for the first time. I think I've been feeling baby for a while, but I also can't discern if it was gas, intestinal moving, or if it was actually baby. But yesterday, it was definitely baby, and it was definitely uncomfortable. Like, it wasn't this serene moment where I was like, oh my God, I can feel baby and it's the best thing in the world. It was super uncomfortable. Baby was doing a yoga session in my belly. Like, he wasn't just like punching a little bit. He was definitely doing stretches. Like, there was immense pressure at the top of my uterus and immense pressure at the bottom of my uterus, like at an angle. It felt like baby was like, there's not enough room in here, mom. Stretch your uterus out. Like, this is getting ridiculous. It's getting cramped. So it wasn't fun. It was fun, but not fun, I guess. Like, it was really fun knowing that, like, hey, I can feel you now. And then being like, hey, I can feel you now. Okay, great. Can we, okay, I get it. I get it. You want to stretch. I get it. Can we, like, not stretch right now? It's painful. I guess not painful. It's just really uncomfortable, and it is not a good feeling. Not a good feeling. I thought it would be like little, like, oh look how cute the little kid, oh I felt a little pop or something. No, that was like, this kid was like, your uterus is too small. But it was so fun feeling baby for the first time, and definitely being like, wow, this is getting real. I'm not just getting fat. Okay, worst moment of the last 3 weeks, I would have to say it would be the car accident. I really didn't want, like, who wants a car accident, right? It was just really stressful, and then worrying about baby. That was the worst moment. I don't really want to go into it. Okay, measurements for this week, let's get into that. So as you can see, it doesn't look any different. I still have this like ridge thing going on, and these ledges and this ledge. I feel like it's a little bit more puffed out than it was previously. I feel like I'm filling out my pregnancy things more often. So in week 17, we were at 42 inches around. So let's see what we're at now. And today we are at 42 1/4. So not that much growth. I felt like it was a lot of growth. My uterus feels like it's really prevalent now. Okay, so let's see what we're from here. And we're at 15.5 this way. So that wasn't a lot of growth. It was only like 1/4 of an inch and 1/2 an inch. So I just feel like I'm getting bigger, and I feel like it's more prominent. More people are saying things like, oh, you're pregnant, what is it? Instead of, oh, you had a big lunch. Like, watch out later, you know? So that's fun. That's the funnest part, is that people actually know I'm pregnant now. Like, it's not this like questioning act. So that's good. And then another thing I wanted to get into really quickly before this video is done, choosing baby names is hard, or choosing your child's name is very hard. Before we had an actual child to name, it was really easy. I wanted Caspian for a boy. That was it. It was gonna be great. Now that there's an actual human, and this person is gonna have to live with this life until the age of 18 or longer, depending on if they like it or not, it's just kind of stressful. It's like, oh my God, what are we gonna name this child? Anyways, if you guys would like to know what names we are thinking of for our baby boy, let me know in the comments below, and maybe I'll make a video on the different names that we are thinking of. I think we're about 15 names deep into the maybe category. And then this week, baby is just growing like normal. So the brain is actually creating wrinkles so that it can attain more information and look more like a human, like what the human brain looks like afterward. And he is also getting really wrinkly skin at this point, because in the next few months or so, baby will try to start gaining as much fat as he can so that it will regulate his temperature and give him substance and stuff like that. So right now he is growing extra skin, but it's really wrinkly at this point, and he's putting wrinkles in his brain, so that's perfect. All right, well, I will see you guys in week 21, unless other circumstances come up. If you like this video, please like it. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe. I try to make these videos every Sunday so that you guys can follow us on our journey. So see you next week. Bye.